He was a single dad, exhausted yet hopeful, working double shifts at a small auto shop. Mark had learned to survive on very little after his wife passed away, raising his 7-year-old daughter Lily alone. Money was tight, but he never let Lily see the worry behind his tired smile. One cold afternoon, a young woman rushed into the workshop, clearly frustrated. Her car had stalled in the middle of the road. She introduced herself as Emma, apologizing for interrupting his work. Mark simply nodded and assured her he would take a look. Helping people was second nature to him. But when he opened the hood, she quietly admitted she couldn't pay for a repair. Embarrassed, she offered the only thing she had left from her lunch, a simple sandwich. Mark froze for a second, then laughed gently. "Ma'am, you don't need to give me anything. I'll fix it." She insisted, placing the small, paper-wrapped sandwich on his workbench. Something about her sincerity softened him. He repaired her car carefully, checking every tiny part to make sure she wouldn't get stuck again. Emma watched silently, surprised by how patiently he worked, treating her old car like it mattered. When Mark finished, he didn't charge her a cent. Emma thanked him repeatedly, but he waved it off with a tired smile. She noticed the dark circles under his eyes and the worn-out shoes, yet he still carried a kind of calm dignity. Before leaving, she said softly, "You helped me more than you know." That night, Mark returned home to Lily with the sandwich Emma had left. He placed it on the table and Lily's eyes sparkled. She thought it was a treat. Watching her enjoy it warmed his heart. He didn't realize that the tiny act of kindness he showed earlier would change his life. The next morning, he arrived at the workshop expecting another hard day. Instead, a luxury black SUV was waiting outside. Mark hesitated, wondering if he somehow parked in the wrong place. The door opened and Emma stepped out, but she looked different, confident and composed. She wasn't alone. 3 other people followed her, her older brothers and her father. Mark instantly felt nervous. Had he unknowingly done something wrong? Emma walked toward him, smiling. "Mark, this is the man I told you about," she said to her father, who looked at him with deep interest. Her father explained they owned a chain of auto service centers across the state, but had recently struggled to find honest, skilled technicians. Emma told them how Mark treated her with respect when she had nothing to offer. Her father nodded and said, "We need people like you." Mark stood frozen. Emma handed him an envelope with a job offer, double his salary, full benefits, and a schedule that allowed him to spend more time with Lily. For the first time in years, Mark felt hope rise in his chest. His hands trembled as he opened the letter. But the surprises weren't over. Emma's father pointed toward a small car parked behind the SUV. "That's for you," he said, "a reliable one, so you never have to worry about getting to work or taking Lily anywhere." Mark's voice cracked. No one had ever done something like this for him. Tears filled his eyes, but he quickly wiped them away. He wasn't used to being the one receiving help. Emma stepped closer and said softly, "Sometimes good people deserve something good back." Mark didn't know what to say. Gratitude overwhelmed him. This was more than he ever dreamed of. Later that evening, he drove the new car home. Lily burst out the front door, jumping with excitement. When he told her he got a new job, she hugged him tightly, giggling with joy. For the first time in years, he felt like their future wasn't a struggle waiting around every corner. Bestay just sit and just sit to Vadine. As days passed, Mark excelled in his new position. His honesty, patience, and natural skill quickly made him one of the most trusted technicians. Emma often visited the service center, and every time she did, Lily would run to her happily. Emma had become like family to them. Bestay just sit and just sit to Vadine. Mark's life changed, not because he asked for help, but because he offered kindness when he had almost nothing. A simple sandwich, a small gesture, unexpectedly opened the door to a better life. Sometimes, the smallest acts carry the greatest impact, shaping a future we never imagine.